Hey guys, today in this video we're going to be drawing a dragon. I've already made one of these videos actually quite a while ago, I think 4 or 5 years ago, so I kind of wanted to do, I guess, an update. This version we're going to do the head, of course, and the wings. I'm not sure necessarily about the whole entire body, but because that might take a while, but it depends. But I at least wanted to get the wings in because the last video I made, got quite a few views, but most of them were positive, but a lot of them kept, wanting like the full body or the wings. So like I said, this is like an updated version. Also because last one I, once again, didn't explain very well. So this one I will try to do my absolute best to give you some tips, show you how to do it step by step, etc. So we're going to go right in, and of course I'm looking off a picture. I can't make this up by myself, of course, but let me go ahead and zoom in. Okay, so just like last time though, I do like to use shapes. So right here, and I do apologize about the lighting, just draw a pointed, let's see, trying to think of a word to use to describe that, just a sharp edge right there. And then right here we're going to draw, this is where his mouth is. So just bring this one down, kind of at an angle, and then it's going to bend right here. And right here, I'm not sure because I can't see the picture very well, but it looks like a tooth right there. So just draw a very small indication of a tooth. And then it's going to come up at a high angle right here. And just going to stop right there for right now. So just that pointed, and then go down, bring that tooth down, and then from there, his face is going to, finish, of course, but then bring down his lower lip. And after you draw this, it's going to come up at a more thin angle. So it's, you go out and then you go kind of bring it up. And then right here, we're going to bring, this is where his neck starts, of course. So just draw that shape. And as any of you probably know, I do like to change some things up. So it's not going to look exactly like it, but for the most part it will. Okay, so right here we're going to continue. And we're going to draw another little pokey. Okay, and then right here, pretty sure these are the horns. Draw a line right here. And then there's going to be another one on the back here. It's going to be a lot longer. And it's going to come up like that. And then right here, you can draw another one. It's going to come up even higher, and it's going to be also very pointed. And we're going to do a lot of the shading, of course, but I'm just going to get some of it in to kind of give it depth. So that's what you should have right now. And then you can give it some detail, of course. Okay, now right here we're going to draw the nostril. Since he's at an angle, of course, you can't see the other one. Just kind of draw like a upside down raindrop and then darken it in. No major tips for nostrils or anything, but... And right here, I'm just going to start with his eye, and just like in the last one, I can't see much detail, so I'm just going to use my version. So, of course, dragons don't have eyebrows, but, just make it look more fierce or whatever word you want to use. Just draw that right there. And then we're going to draw one line in the middle, and then shade around. You can even darken the edges and make yours look different if you want. Add more detail, etc. Okay, now right here, we're going to continue with his mouth. And of course, if you're watching this video, that means you're wanting to draw a dragon, of course. So if you know the correct terms, please excuse my, I'm not very good with dragons as far as like explaining what these are. So like I said, it's not going to look exactly like the drawing, but I'm just going to kind of mimic it and change it up some. At the end of these, you can darken them, and then draw like a little line right there. And then he does look like he has some scales, so you can definitely go in and add that sort of detail. Okay, so pretty much it for the head. Of course, we're gonna finish making it look better and give it more detail and darken it and whatnot, but let's go down to the neck. And right here he's got more of these. So I guess my advice for this part, kind of draw, okay, if you want to like turn it, you can make it look like water, like really cheesy looking water. But if that's well, that's the best way I can describe it. And just of course bring that down. We're gonna go pretty far. Yeah, just a whole bunch of pokies. And then right here, we're going to bring this out. Draw another line mimicking that. And right here, we're just going to draw these. Okay, now, as you can tell, I kind of go off track and I do other things at once, so I gotta get back to doing this. Right here, we can also draw the more little scales. There's so many versions of dragons, so you can do pretty much anything you want, but this is just the one that I'm seeing. And these right here are actually darkened. I don't know if I'll do that with mine, but we shall see. I apologize if I've been drawing off camera. Sometimes I don't catch it in time. And then, yep, here comes the wings. So we're just going to bring it up right here. So from his neck, well, this is the back of his neck, basically, in his back. But you're going to bring it up at a high curve, pretty much. And right here, we do have a little claw looking thing. Okay, now it's going to be a little bit difficult because I got to get these all on the paper. So just after you make that, you're going to bring it out right here. And stop, of course, right there. Now this is going to be very tricky. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. So I'm just going to pretty much sketch it in. Best thing I can give you as far as tips-wise on this, it kind of looks like an umbrella. Not really, of course, but lame joke just thrown out there. And like I said, I'm going to fix that. That looks pretty bad. I just want to get a rough sketch in. Okay, so when you draw that and you draw these, you want to bring out lines that comes out to meet those. So let me go ahead and sketch that in. I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, I went in and finished up with the detail. It's not exactly how it's shown on the picture I'm looking off of, but I found that if you just bring it all out from one, like starting from here in the middle, you bring that one out, bring that one out to this one, that one, etc. And there's a lot of lines and detail to the wings, so you can do that too. And as I've said many times, I'm going to darken this too. At the very end of the wings, you want to kind of give them a pointy. Okay, and of course I don't have room for the full body, but I will kind of go down and just kind of finish off the picture pretty much. Then again, maybe I can do the whole body. Okay, so right here at this lower flap, or whatever you want to call that, this is where his tail starts to come in. So for this, you want to start out, once again, more wide, and then once you get closer to the tip, it gets thinner. Like so. And then for this, you don't really have to do anything specific at all. Like, that doesn't look like what I'm looking off of. I just kind of made that up. I think that's the great things about dragons. It doesn't really, there is no specific way. You can give it all sorts of detail. Let me zoom out again. Okay, and right here there is more spikes. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. and goes all the way up. It does stop about right there. If you want to continue up there, I don't know if that's, you know, something you want to do or not, but alright, and then right here will be his, or one of his arms. So for this, it's just like any other animals, kind of, you know, with the whole claws and everything. And up here in the top has more of that detail. Now, as you can see, I'm still going pretty fast. This is just the, not rough sketch, of course, but it's just getting the idea in. And then I'm going to go in and fix some things and darken it, give it more detail. Okay, so I did kind of mess up. His back leg comes up right here, so we got to give it some room. I guess thing to know about the back leg is it has like a huge bend right there. And then of course these, which once again I'm gonna fix that, looks pretty bad. Okay, from here, in my opinion, you have, you can do pretty much anything you want. So I'm just gonna kind of go in and finish it my way. Okay, so we're not done, of course, but here is the final part before we finish. And there is a rock he's standing on, so I guess I'll just sketch that in too. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and sketch it. I'll do some in real time, and some of it I'll pause it. That way I can save some time in this, but I'll be back to give you guys some tips. Okay, so I did kind of perking it up some. Only thing really left to do is give everything some detail and some shading. As you can see, throughout his body there's a lot of scales, so that's what really all is left, and then darkening and shading. I'm gonna give this rock some detail too. But yeah, if you did enjoy this, please leave a like and a comment of what you'd like drawn. I thought I would just do an update on this because, like I said, last one, a lot of people wanted the full body. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Once again, if you have anything you'd like me to draw, please let me know. I could select it and do it for the next video. So, other than that, as I've said a few times, I do have an Instagram where it's the same thing there. If you were to leave a comment on one of my drawings there, I would select it and draw it. I used to have a Patreon. I don't think I'm going to continue with that. A lot of people are charging people nowadays to draw stuff for them, and I don't really do that. I mean, making money off something you love doing is nice and all, but, you know, if I do it for free, I think I just get more people, pretty much, because free is the best price. And as some of you probably know, if you're not here for this part of my this video, you don't have to really listen. You can just skip this part. But a lot of things are going to be happening on my channel. Some new things, like I'm thinking about doing some ASMR. And someone even commented about me doing gameplays, which I used to do those, but I stopped because I didn't have the right equipment for that. So yeah, this channel is mainly drawing, of course, but like I just said, there might be some things that come upon random, like every once in a while I'll do an ASMR or gameplay, or I know it's going to sound kind of bizarre, but even like parodies, which I don't really see myself doing, but who knows what the future might hold. But yeah, enough rambling. That was pretty much about it for this video. I'm just pretty much sketching and shading and doing more detail as I'm talking. But yeah, if you definitely want to ink this over and give it more detail and whatever you want to do with it, feel free to, because yeah, there's a lot that can be added to this. And if you have any tips for me on this also, please let me know, because I'm not very knowledgeable about dragons. I just draw what I see in the photo. So yeah, I'd love to do more versions of this. If you want me to do something in specific, like horns or wings or anything in specific, by all means let me know. I do all sort of request animals, people, anime, dragons, a potato, for example. But yeah, that's pretty much about it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.